All right, here, this will be a quick message. What's hidden? So what is hidden from the viewer for whenever they see this message? Show me some hidden energy for the viewer. We'll pull some of these cards to start. Energy shift. So you are going through an energy shift. So for some of you, I'm kind of getting with this where it's like, if you're just kind of like, I don't really know what's going on. Maybe you're experiencing certain things externally, internally. Spirit wants you to know that you are going through a shift, right? There is something shifting within your energy, within another energy around you. So this has to do with, again, 37 is a 10 card, 33. So there could be something, again, that you are closing off, that you're ending, and it actually is shifting your energy. Thank you, Spirit. So if there's something that's concluded in your life, you could be noticing a difference in how you feel. For many of you, I actually feel like this is a positive energy shift here. For others, I feel like I'm also kind of getting this message in terms of like, it's like, notice how your energy is impacted by your environment, certain people. Like, notice how your energy shifts when you're in one environment versus another, 1 minute to the next. Be observant about that because it's giving you some information, 111, about potentially 37, some energy that maybe you need to close off, some energies that maybe like don't serve you. So they want you to observe that. This could even be like what you ingest, right? This could be so many things. So specific message there. Wow. All right. This is kind of strong energy. F what they say, verbal abuse. All right. So lies. So also, especially if you were dealing with an energy, that, oh man, was not obviously, it doesn't have to be this intense, but there could be energies around you or environments around you that are not serving you. So especially if you remove yourself from those environments, I mean, you could literally be, again, noticing, I would say, a positive shift, or when you're around these people, again, noticing a negative shift in your energy. It's also like, if you've been dealing with someone or you have in the past that has made you feel a certain way about yourself, Spirit saying like, it's not the truth, right? We don't have to put our own value, our own self-worth based on what other people have said or what they're projecting for some of you. This could be kind of intense energy here. Also, this is kind of what's hidden. So if there's, again, been a shift in your energy, like be cognizant of the people around you. Sometimes it doesn't have to be so overt, right? Dreamer, dreamweaver, lucid dreams, create your own reality, escape. That's what's very interesting to me. This feels like, again, with escape, another 9 card here. So this is another card of endings. It's very interesting. It almost is this butterflies caught in this spider web. So there could be an energy around you or certain environments that are, it feels like stunting your growth, or you could kind of feel trapped in. This one feels kind of scary. I mean, in a way. And again, with like this lucid dreams, it could feel like maybe some environments or some energies or some relationships, whether it's be now or in the past, has like created almost like an illusion. Maybe even like kind of nightmares for some of you. This is kind of an intense message. So, so take what resonates, show me more here. Wow. Black magic. Interesting. Well, there's a very interesting energies here. There's a lot of cards in this deck. Now, that being said, with black magic, I mean, for some of you, I guess you could take that literally. I'm getting a couple specific messages though. For some, it's like words are spells, right? Like in general, like the words that we speak to ourselves, the words that we say to others, those intentions, like they can in some way create spells, because even with that dream or illusions, it could manipulate someone's mind, right? And then in the positive way, it could help you shift your mindset and your energy and your intentions. So I'm actually not necessarily feeling this as negatively. I'm seeing this as more of like a general concept. But again, like for some of you, the words people say, right? They are almost spells, right? Especially if there's some manipulative energy, or again, some energies that are trying to control the narrative or, projecting here. Now, I'm kind of getting this energy though of kind of empowerment here. It's kind of Lilith energy, right? It's kind of Kali Ma energy here of this like dark feminine empowerment to be able to be in your power, shift your energy to speaking, right? Like to transmuting, like speaking light into your reality, to removing yourself from feeling empowered, for transmuting energy, from like, again, like removing yourself from certain situations here. There could be some particular energies here you're dealing with. Show me one more here. Now, again, if you are dealing with someone, or specifically, like, maybe you are dealing with someone who you feel like is doing some level of spell work, whether literally being like that, or just in general, like the way that they're communicating, right? Yeah, wow. Bad health and illness. Again, again, this is what's hidden. Again, if you notice an energy shift, there is someone in your environment potentially that is not good for you. That's literally what I'm getting with this. That's not good for you. So if you've been feeling like mentally under the weather is a lot what I'm getting, but just your energy being drained, Spirit's really putting this out here for confirmation for someone, because this is a very direct message. Not all the cards in this deck are this kind of negative and intense. Yeah, game over. See, there's a draining energy. So I feel like this message is coming out for someone specifically here. That our environments, some of the people can really impact our health and well-being, right? Our mental health and well-being. Interesting. All right, bottom of the deck, 8 of Cups. And there you are, dumping out your cup and removing yourself from a situation here. Emotionally detaching yourself from energies that don't serve you. I'm literally hearing like not drinking the Kool-Aid here. Dumping this out. This is no good for me in this sense. So Spirit's kind of giving a strong message here. Show me more, Spirit. Page of Pentacles. So we're planting new seeds here. We're learning something. For some of you, you could be really removing yourself again from toxicity in some way, shape, or form, right? Or putting an end to certain things that are not serving you. I feel, because again, with this Page of Pentacles, they're always almost like bearing something, and then there's a new key. So this feels like a new start. This feels like a new start. Spirit's encouraging that. Spirit's encouraging that. And that 8 of Cups is right there on the bottom. And this 8 of Cups is walking away from the Emperor. In this particular case, I feel like with kind of the energy that's coming out, this Emperor is one of perceived authority or a controlling energy. And this energy is like, no, thank you. Thanks, but it's not even thanks, but no thanks. It's like, bye. It's a little bit like that. It feels like I feel your guides or whatever energy I'm channeling actually being very stern in the energy that they're giving me, where it's like no means no. And there's a very definitive, like strong confirmation. So again, if this is your message, there is this, and you've been looking for confirmation. This is that confirmation I'm getting. Ace of Wands. Yeah. And this is a new beginning. This is again, that strong energy of revitalization. This is the phoenix rising from the ashes. This is vitality, 808 coming back into your even physical body. This is physical. I'm even getting like, although this is in Pentacles, this is like physical life force energy. And this is a new beginning here. So Spirit's saying, go towards that new beginning. For some of you, you've already made this shift and you are seeing literally the physical differences in how you feel. Willpower coming back, motivation coming back, energy coming back, passion coming back. Show me more. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles. And that's the thing. This is where, we've been, again, here's that drained energy. For some of you, this may not have been an intentional choice. However, it feels like, because again, these energies feel like almost like they've been kicked out or they've been removed. Rejection is divine protection in this case, 100%. Right? But again, there is a new beginning. And again, this is like a blessing. This is a blessing. But show me this 5 of Pentacles. There could be just some concern, especially if you're starting this new beginning, even especially with this page, like maybe some financial difficulties, right? Maybe the external world or what we're having to build is not quite stable yet. As we go through, change is difficult. Maybe you've been going through change and it's still a little difficult, but I'm still feeling a revitalization, right? So there could be some challenges with the 5 of Pentacles, but this is a minor arcana. This too shall pass. We shall rebuild here. And I feel that for you. Show me some advice on this Five of Pentacles. Judgment. See? There's an awareness here and there's a judgment. You know, sometimes it could be, and look at this 10 of Wands, 5 of Swords, the Tower. That's what I'm saying. A lot of burdensome energy here, a lot of holding on, or a lot of hostile environments. Even remember with that like spider web of almost even a possessive energy. We said that butterfly in that other card, being stuck in something. But that's what I'm saying. Heaviness, weight on our shoulders, like literally physical burdens, energetic burdens. The Tower, if the Tower came, instead of trying to hold on, Spirit's saying, let go. Let go. This feels a little bit like even in some way divine intervention, because look at this. Look at this Fool right by that 8 of Cups again. Being set free. You know, it's almost this energy where it's like I'm looking at that spider web. And like, here's like this butterfly that's been stuck on the spider web. And like the spider's over here, you know, and it's coming. And then all of a sudden, like this freaking gust of wind, you know, or like a storm, like blows the spider web away. And like, maybe now we're kind of like left in like, oh my gosh, like I'm going to have to rebuild, like, where am I, you know? But it removed you from a situation that could have been harmful. That's kind of what I'm getting with this. Judgment. It could be, again, not a black and white decision. You know, this could be a hard pill to swallow with judgment, but it is awakening us. We are becoming aware and awakening. We are awakening to something, but this is a card, Judgment, of rebirth too. 1144. You know, like, although we're in the 5 of Pentacles here, it doesn't feel, it still feels better than the other environment. Show me, but again, awakening, there is something for you to see. And there is something for you to acknowledge. There's a lot of cards. I'm not going to take them. All right. Thank you, Spirit. 9 of Wands. Yeah. Look, it also may be hard to look at. 9 of Wands. Here's this wounded warrior energy. There could be some time of recovery here, but it's like sometimes hard to look at what we've been through, but I feel like you're gaining that perspective, and there's definitely a completion here, but this could be some challenging energy here. But Judgment, 9 of Wands, we may put ourselves, again, maybe even financially with the 5 of Pentacles, or going through a time of change that could feel difficult, that could feel a little bit like a struggle. However, Judgment, 9 of Wands, look at this 9 of Wands. You know, so I feel a very sensitive message here. And really, if you're in need of support or if something isn't serving you, please like use those resources, use resources that are available to remove yourself from situations that are proving to possibly be harmful, you know, or difficult. Whether this is very, like, you know, if this is an intense situation, like, you know, this message could be coming through from Spirit for confirmation and to know that there is support. I'll even, when I post this message, put some like supportive like resources for anyone, because I'm feeling this message very heavy. And, you know, Spirit wanting to come in with those resources, right? For others, you know, sometimes, again, it's difficult to create change in our lives, but this is change for the better. This is change for the better, you know? And like, I asked the question, like, what's hidden? You know, here's this High Priestess. I asked the question, what's hidden? You know, 12th house energy is also the house of like hidden enemies. And sometimes, like, especially, I keep going back to that spider card with like the illusion, the dream weaver, the lucid dreams. We sometimes don't realize it. You know, we don't really realize that these environments aren't serving us because we're kind of in a brain fog potentially. So there's really like a strong message here. All right, show me some advice for the viewer. Show me some advice for the viewer. Ace of Swords, the Chariot, and look, the Knight of Cups. Look at this beautiful energy. There is information coming in around an ending, right? And a healing with this 3 of Swords. We're seeing something. There is an observation, and this is becoming unhidden. You're getting the message. You're seeing the truth, and the truth shall set you free with this Chariot in something that is balanced, even fast moving. Your circumstances can change very quickly. And Knight of Cups, there is love all around. There is a supportive energy around you and support around you. And you are going to come out of this. What I'm hearing is with flying colors. So with that being said, I'm sending you all so much love and so many blessings.